Just 2 days here, and these ones were like this size here. Now they're this size, and you want to pick your okra every couple days. You know, if it's hard to pull off, then it's going to be too hard. So I just was able to pull it right off. No.
Everything I do, I just really want to worship you. You're the reason that I sing, and everything's crafted for you. And everything's crafted for you.
So we just made it back from our little weekend trip, and I'm going to give you a little update from the garden. Hope you enjoy it. Here it goes. Alright, so this is the starfruit tree I showed you. It's growing a lot. You know, it's starting to have new shoots. This is I moved it last year, so it had to rebound a little bit, and I'm really hoping that it's going to just grow in here and kind of create a little canopy just up, and you'll be able to just pick a starfruit from it. So I'll just show you some of the baby ones here that are coming out, and I'll keep on giving updates. But this thing is just full of flowers on every branch, so it's not going to give me that many starfruit, but I'm hoping that it still gives me a bunch. I had to put some lime into it and some fertilizer, try to get it going here. But the biggest thing was I wasn't really deep watering it. When I transplanted it, I thought, okay, irrigation, you know, sprinklers will get it, but it just wasn't enough, and you could tell the tree was dehydrated. But now it's looking more vibrant, and it's shooting out new leaves here. You see all the new leaves. So I'm just doing a weekly watering in addition to the water that we're getting from the sprinklers. All right, so here we're gonna go ahead, and I got the cane all tied up. We've been enjoying sugar cane. I'll have to do an update on that, where you get to see the sugar cane kind of coming in. And let me see if there's no. Okay, so papaya's getting bigger. You start to see the color change. So when those things ripen, those are going to be really delicious, I believe. I've had it from its mother's plant, if you will, and it comes out really nice. So, but not everybody likes papaya. All right, I'm going to show you the okra. We got some okra here. So this is the original plant that's been growing, and it got knocked back by it got actually knocked over by the hurricane. So I cut it down here once I try to, you know, it was already leaning too much, so I cut it back, and it's already given papayas this year from last year when the hurricane came through. So, but anyways, let me show you the okra. So I'm gonna come in here. It's been just 2 days here, and these ones were like this size here. Now they're this size, and you want to pick your okra every couple days. You know, if it's hard to pull off, then it's going to be too hard. So I just was able to pull it right off, no problem. I'm going to do it to this one too. You could just pinch it off. That's all I do. So anyways, I got a bunch of them, and this one is all growing up. I'll show you. This one has space to branch out, and it's like a tree now, and it has okra on all of them. And I got this one also is doing pretty good. But if you don't give a plant enough room to spread out, then it's not going to produce as much. But you can have more variety of different things. So that's it. So that's it for now. Hope to give you some more updates here as the garden comes along. Actually, I may show you a couple more things. So here goes the 2-day harvest. Every 2 days you get a bunch of them, and I just stick them in the fridge until I'm ready to make a casserole, or I mean some kind of, you know, dish with it. But yeah, I just try to pick them every day, every other day, just depending on their size. You want to tend to try to pick them when they don't get too big and woody. So you know, might as well pick a bunch of little ones rather than really big ones. But here, you know, this This one here, you could tell how big it is. It's been growing for and maybe one more day than it needs to, and so some of them were a little bit harder to take off, but I think overall they're gonna still be pretty good. You know, it's not too hard. When you cut them, if they're hard to cut, they're gonna be hard to chew. So look out for that. Okay, over here we got tomatoes that I planted earlier in the year, and just the heat was just so brutal. It just didn't really do anything until, you know, late in the summer it just popped back up, and it's really just filled in here. This looks like it's going to be like a cherry tomato, and a lot of my tomato plants are volunteers all through. Seeds from when you cut up the tomatoes, you get seeds coming out. I'll throw it into the compost, or sometimes you got some, you know, tomatoes that are going bad. You can throw it in the compost and they'll come up. And so this plant is looking actually really healthy. This is all, maybe it's 2 plants. But anyways, I'm very pleased with how well it's come back on its own. This flower here comes from the jicama, or jicama, however you want to say it, plant, and it makes a delicious tubular root, and it almost tastes like a pear. It has like that consistency of a pear, and it's sweet. We like to put, you know, the Mexicans, and they put the like the tajín or chili and lime and salt on there, and so it really is like a nice snack. You can put it in salads, or you could even stir fry it. I never really tried cooking it because I like eating it fresh. But I got plenty of seeds, so I think I'm gonna deadhead these flowers. They're all coming up here, and just let it to kind of focus on making a bigger root, you know. So it stores all its sugars into the root, and we'll get some big jicamas hopefully. So that's the update. I hope. Okay, I have one more fruit that I wanted to show off here. This is called the loquat tree. It's a Japanese plum. It grows very well here. This tree I planted here about 2.5 years ago, and it's just grown into a nice sized tree. Last year we only got a couple fruits on it, but this year it's just loaded with flowers, and it's looking very healthy. So I'm looking forward to getting a bunch of plums off this tree this year, and so I'll keep you posted on that as well. So that's the update for this week. I hope you enjoyed this little update from the garden. I love to share, you know, my passion for gardening and growing organic food and all that stuff. So I really hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you later.